Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mercy Kill. This is episode 65, Star Wars Speedruns with Covert Muffin. Before we get started here on our journey through a galaxy far, far away, have a few announcements here on behalf of Games Done Quick. SGDQ 2023 is coming up May 28th through June 4th in Minneapolis, Minnesota. If you're interested in attending this event, registration is now open until May 7th. Go to GamesDoneQuick.com for more info. And this upcoming weekend, May 6th through 7th, we are having Sonic and the Parallel Worlds, a weekend-long event featuring Sonic fan games, mods, and more, starting at noon each day. Use !Sonic in Twitch chat to learn more. And with that being said, Muffin, it's wonderful to have you back. This is our third year in a row celebrating Star Wars Day and Star Wars speedrunning together. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for bringing me back each year, Sky. Like, this is honestly one of my favorite performances to just do. It's just such an incredible format. And so I'm honored to be here to represent these amazing speed games. And I apologize to all of the community members for what they are about to see, because they do have a high bar of expectations from me. But today is just going to be a complete spaghetti fest.
Well, first of all, there's no need for apologies. This is Mercy Kill. This is where runs go to literally die. This is the retirement community of speedrunning, okay? If you are not allowed to mess up here, I do not know where you are allowed to mess up, frankly, in speedrunning. So, absolutely. So, again, we are having two of the three games that we've had the past couple of years here. And, Covert, when was the last time you touched them?
Oh, that's a great question, actually. So I did casting for a community relay race for Jedi Knight Academy just like this past week for Hackathon, which is absolutely amazing. Great online marathon. But also the last time I played them, honestly, for the first one that we're going to see, Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, it was for the last SGDQ, so about a year ago.
Wow.
And then Academy, was it the last Mercy Kill was the last time I played the game?
Oh, that's
I feel
perfect.
like for single player. Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Academy multiplayer in recent times, especially this past year. But for the speed run, I think it was honestly the last Mercy Kill. So about a year. So
well, that's what we like to hear here on the show. We like things to remain rusty. So with that being said, is there anything like tonight that you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go through this part. This is like a gauntlet to me. Like, does anything come to mind in either of these two games?
Honestly, just every waking second of these games. The movement in like these games in particular are honestly the most complex and the most difficult speed games that I've ever played. The movement is incredibly complex, and we'll talk a bit about that as we get into it. But just strafe jumping in general and just having that consistent, nice, smooth movement. So many of the tricks require me to have like solid mechanics in order to be able to get them consistently. And so I'm setting a very high bar for myself, especially with these estimates, in order to try and like complete the games. And like honestly, being away from these mechanics for so long is going to make the tricks a lot more difficult, as well as a lot sort of how do you say, like, more complicated, because I'm trying to think of like 5 different things at the same time that I'm going to be supplying commentary, and just like trying to get those motions in general and then like nail the tricks as well when I'm focusing. It's just it's a lot.
Oh, I bet. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you've retained over the past year. Like, so
yeah.
Without further ado, I cannot wait. Let's go for it, Covert. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, sure. So we're going to talk about the movement for a little bit in order to help me warm up a little bit as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to the game screen. All right, so welcome everybody. This is going to be Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, which is going to be the fourth game in the anthology, I guess, technically. And so basically, as I'm going to be going through, you're going to notice the camera sort of like pan right and to the left as I'm going to be holding down a diagonal in the walking directions and then jumping over and over again. And this is known as strafe jumping, which is a very common thing in these sort of Quake and Source-based games. And so if I just continuously jump over and over again, I can actually retain that speed as well as build onto it. So those are two incredibly important factors: building speed and retaining speed. So as I'm just going to be going through this run, you're going to just see a lot of this motion as well as like being in first person doing these things. But yeah, that being said, I believe we are... I can't believe I'm putting these words into a sentence. Good to attempt to get started. So that being said, if we're ready on time, I'll just give a countdown.
Yes, on you.
Oh, geez, my hands are shaking. I'm super nervous for this.
Chat, let's give Muffin some love here, all right? I'm going to put the Twitch link here. We got you, Muffin. We're big fans over here. Don't worry about that.
Okay, yeah, like, I don't know if you can see it in the cam, but my hands are like literally shaking right now.
Aww.
All right, but we are going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck. Have fun.
Thanks, I will do my best. So here, this first jump here, we're going to be trying and sliding up this cliff ledge. If I can get this, please. Nope, that's not gonna work. So building a very specific amount of speed and landing on the ground. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna save. I'm gonna shoot my pistol there, which is gonna be incredibly important. And then doing very specific jumps there as I whipped the camera in order to be able to sort of slow down myself. We are going to try and crouch and just fit through this tiny window. There we go. Second try. Okay, that's pretty good, honestly. And that's going to actually skip like 2/3 of the level. So normally in this level, as I'm just jumping through, we need to actually get a code sequence and like figure out a code sequence in order to open up the exit to the level. So here, oh boy. We're going to be activating the switch, and here are the panels, right? And so normally we need to just find the codes, but I just have it memorized. So here's going to be 2, 3, 2. Nice, double. And then 1, 2, 1. Okay, great. And if I got this correct, there we go. Okay, good. We are going to open up the exit to the mission and do reverse door crouchy for a little bit of swag. Then here, just charging up my pistol, we are going to grab the security key and activate a button. And so in this game, and as well as like all Star Wars games, pressing buttons is like honestly one of the hardest things to do, as I do an incredibly precise and difficult jump there. 2, 3, land 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. I got over. Open up this door, and the droid, what are you doing there? Get out of here. We are going to activate the switch, and yeah, that droid can completely troll me. Then here is going to be a reverse pipe crouching. No, I missed it. That's okay. Which would allow me to get through. But instead, we can just actually end up spamming the jump button in order to get through there a little bit faster. Then here's another button press. Okay, we got it. And then straight jumping through here. Yeah, so in Outcast, we're going to see a lot of like really tight corridors and indoor movement as I do a quick save and quick load in order to get through here. Yeah, 60 health is enough. And I actually missed that during my GDQ run. Uh-oh. Okay, 39 health is a little scary. I need at least 22. Ooh, let me through. 28. No, get out of here. Okay, 22 health. Perfect. Calculated. This is... Okay, all right. That's a little scary, but this is fine. Because there is a safety med kit right here I can grab. So the reason why we need 22 health is we have to actually walk in there and take an intentional damage in order to be able to grab that key. And that is actually part of the normal playthrough of the game. So, like, it's kind of funny that you can actually soft lock in a casual playthrough. But, yeah, if you just don't have enough health there, as I use that droid to get through, in order to deactivate the poison, then you can, like, just, like, completely ruin your playthrough of the game. There are nice breaks on those crystals, as I am just going to switch to third person and come into this next mission. Okay, so here on Artist's Mind, we are going to be introduced to something known as a global timer. So you'll notice in the top right-hand corner of your screen, it's just going to be counting 24, 25, 26, as I'm going to fall to my death and have to restart the level. Okay, that's great. And so basically, at the start of this mission, there is going to be a minecart that is going to be moving through. But here's a very difficult jump sequence that I'm going to focus. 4, and yeah, just barely missed it. That's okay. That's why I quick save there. And nice, we got the backup. Okay, great. So basically, I'm trying to work through this mission incredibly fast in order to reach this minecart at its cycle. So grabbing the bowcaster is going to speed up further portions of the mission. And so I don't need to grab the bowcaster there, but it's just a little bit quicker. And oh, yes, I can make the cycle, I think. Okay, crouch. No, oh. Yes, okay, I got up.
Yo, let's go.
All right, so there I was able to catch the minecart sequence just barely in time. Here I'm going to go for a really difficult jump. I'll try it one more time. No, okay. I'm just gonna chill for a little bit to try and get my hands to stop shaking for a little bit. And then just jump over just like that. And so basically, if I missed that minecart, I would have had to wait for like 30, 40 seconds or so for the next one to come up. But basically, you're supposed to board a minecart as I'm just doing some tunnel movement here. At a very, very early portion, and then it's just like this auto-scroller portion. But there I was able to like save, like, I think it's over about a minute of time through the just sort of normal route that you're supposed to take. But here you'll notice that I just healed for about 25 health, and that's because I have something known as a back to canister, which are sort of these portable med kits. Okay, there we go. Oh no, that's that's the wrong form of fire. Okay, so here I'm just dropping down some trip mines in order to try and kill off a list of enemies. Nice, I got him. Then here what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sequence break having to take an elevator up by just walking here, quick save and quick load, and then holding forward as I go up the slope, and then just try and crouch, because crouching in the midair, yeah, my position is slightly off. Okay, this should work. Because crouching is going to allow me to raise my hitbox ever so slightly. Okay, come on. All right, I'll try this one more time. Okay, all right, I did not get it. All right, so instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a bunch of speed and then just catch this elevator at a specific cycle. And so that elevator raising up is going to be pretty tricky to get to, but it's just getting that elevator as it's raising up is going to allow me to actually skip a bunch of stormtroopers from spawning, and then the elevator comes back down with them. So that's okay that I didn't get it. That this just happens when you're incredibly rusty and also handshaking arm spaghetti. Okay, and then falling down here just like that is going to allow me to come through here. So with this bowcaster, it's actually going to allow me to one-shot kill stormtroopers, which we actually lovingly call Skyrim strats. Because when you take a blaster bolt to the knee, it's going to be a one-shot kill. So it actually deals like the same amount of damage-ish as like a headshot, which is very, very funny. And it could be because like the hitboxes are like maybe overlapping between sort of like the torso as well as the legs themselves. So yeah, Skyrim strats. But up here with these stairs, I'm going to be trying and jumping at a very specific cadence in order to be able to just continue to maintain my speed as I'm going up the stairs. So here, just... Oh, yep. Yeah, so that's a great example of me missing the cadence. But there is some safety health. I don't need that health, but it's going to give me a nice bit of safety for the next mission itself. Oh, that was a little bit better. But here I'm just going to be trying to employ Skyrim strats as I'm going through. Then dropping a trip mine here as I enter this cutscene is going to be important. Because like skipping cutscenes in this game, it doesn't actually like displace yourself in time, but instead it actually just sort of accelerates the game very, 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 very quickly. So here I just have the voices set to French, and it's not because it actually saves any time, but it just makes me laugh. Because we're going to see some absolutely beautiful voice acting later on. But there we go. Now that the dialogue is done, we are going to continue through. Okay, here's a really difficult jump. If I get it, I'm going to pop off. No, I didn't. Okay, that's okay. So those stormtroopers there, you can actually get past them incredibly quickly, but it's just an incredibly, incredibly precise jump. But up here, we are going to be taking some intentional fall damage here. So here I'm going to switch to third person. Let's see if I get this. Oh, whoops, I'm facing the wrong direction, so of course I missed it. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to heal. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's great. And I forget who discovered that in particular. I think the first time I saw it was Snap. Oh. All right, I have to get another time. But basically, rolling mitigates a lot of your fall damage. There we go. Okay. So there, remembering to use a back to canister is going to allow me to heal. And so rolling in particular is just an absolutely incredible way to mitigate fall damage in particular. So normally we have to like activate a wind current and then just like slowly go down that wind tunnel. But instead I can just actually end up falling there in that particular fashion and doing a roll. But here through these tunnels, they're actually pretty linear, but it's easy to get lost. So I'm just taking a very specific path to get through. And so here I'm gonna hook left on this last little leg. This is going to bring me to the exit right here. There we go. But here's a bunch of just safety health. I don't need to grab that safety health, but it's just going to actually end up making the next mission a lot safer. So there's a cave bug. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, I got through. But basically, as I'm just going through here, we're going to see this Imperial officer, and then I'm going to dialogue skip in order for him to start practicing for his interview for being a touchdown referee for American football. So here's just going to be a nice, calming, it's just auto-scroller. And so, like, in this run, it's incredibly fast-paced. As you saw, the initial missions are incredibly difficult, as I was certainly struggling with them. But at this point, it's just sort of a nice little break. It's like a 30-second auto-scroller. So here, just employing more Skyrim strats, I'm just going to be crouching in order to try and use Skyrim stealth. Because if you're just crouching and standing next to an enemy, they certainly just cannot see you anymore. So here, just crouching, I'm going to fire at the wall as the stormtrooper stands in my way. And nope, okay, I messed it up. That's okay. So here, I'm just going to stand back up. And so as long as I have the targeting reticle on the officer, they will continue to move. So as the officer is going, I'm going to just come over here and then bring out the dead packs, because we are going to have to kill off 3 more cave bugs. And so my goal is for the officer not to take any damage here. So there's one. Oh, wow. All 3 cave bugs were like, wait, what? Okay, I don't know if the officer took any damage there or not. So here, if they didn't take damage, I'm going to wait for the officer to get to a checkpoint. And then if they are on full health, I will be able to give them a little bit of a butt boost. So there's going to be a mine. Yeah, okay, that's great. Oh, he's just a little bit too far away. So if I had landed... Yeah, if I had landed him on the perfect spot, then they would have ended up standing up a little bit quicker. That was incredibly close, and so missing that's totally okay, but closing that distance with the trip mine and having them to stand up still actually ended up saving a little bit of time. So upcoming here is going to be Artist Topside, and so Artist Topside is a very fascinating level in general because it actually ends up being very easy to get out of bounds on this level. And this is sort of like a common thing that you'll notice in these like Jedi Knight games in particular, is that like going out of bounds doesn't actually end up saving time. And it has to deal with just sort of how Quake in general ends up working. It's just very difficult to actually end up clipping through walls and the like. So it's easy to get out of bounds, but the problem is getting back in bounds. So here, now that we've destroyed that ATSC, we are going to be able to continue through into the next part of the mission. And oh, that was a little spooky. The ATSC almost just started walking on me, which would have killed me instantly. So here is going to be a tricky jump chain. Nah, I'm just going to go for an easier jump chain in general. Okay, I'm going to save here just in case I fall down. I almost fell down. We're fine. This is fine. I've never fallen down there and lost a PB attempt. Never in my life. Okay, there's the next ATSD, which is dead. And we are actually a little bit lower on health than what I'm normally comfortable with. So what I'm going to do is actually just fall onto that ATSD and then fall on the officer itself. So killing the officer ends up getting us a security key so that we can come here and then safety medkit. And that is going to allow us to continue to progress through. And honestly, I am low on health, but this is actually good. This is actually good because at the end of this mission, I have to end up taking an intentional death. But still, I'm just going to be careful not to try and get hit by any more sort of blaster bolts. Okay, cool. And now we have to just take down these 2 anti-air cannons. And, okay. There it's like 13 shots per air cannon. So I actually ended up like firing a shot through that turret and then exiting. Ooh, good RNG. Exiting that turret before I ended up taking that. So here are trip mines. I'm just, gonna die. Yep, that's fine. Okay, great. Okay, and so here is going to be Dasan, who is going to be the sort of big bad in the game. And so staying on really low health allows me to fire less shots. Oh, what are my FPS binds? Okay. I think I pressed the correct binds. If not, this is going to be incredibly awkward on the next mission. But yeah, so basically, Dasan ended up taking down our waifu, which makes me super duper sad. And so in my ultimate sadness, I'm going to end up going through and trying to get my Jedi powers back. Because actually in the previous game, we ended up falling to the dark side. So I ended up surrendering my lightsaber to Luke Skywalker, who's been holding on. And here, I just barely missed the leave. That's okay. But there you may have noticed that there are 2 sort of horizontal black bars above and below the game screen. And this is because I ended up entering a cutscene. And so cutscene entering doesn't save too much time in this game compared to like Academy. But yes, okay, great. I'm not going to hit the FPS bind. But it allows me to just sort of like skip a few seconds of movement there. That's literally like all it does. But here is going to be a force push puzzle as we get our force powers back. Yes, we got our force puzzle back. And just those panels are going to be the same every single time. So this mission is like actually pretty notorious as being sort of a run killer level for new runners as well as rusty runners such as myself, which is going to showcase off one of the hardest sequence breaks in the run, which is going to be known as lightsaber skip. And so basically there's going to be a raising pillar where it's going to be like, this is your lightsaber. Now you have to do extra Metroidvania style stuff in order to be able to get to it. But instead of doing those extra bits of movement, what I can do is just set up here and then... Wait, what? Okay, hang on. Okay, that's the bind. All right. I must have changed my binds. But instead what we can do is end up landing on this peg here. And then, force pulling it. There I got a little bit of speed lag. Okay, so I'm going to focus. This is incredibly precise, incredibly difficult. Yeah, okay. Okay. So here, landing in a specific spot, and then force pulling the peg, and then crouching at a specific time. Nope. Oh man, my hands might be shaking too hard for me to do this. Yeah, you know what? Just for the sake of mercy kill, I'm actually just going to skip doing lightsaber skip. So we're going to go for lightsaber skip. So this is actually cool because it's going to allow me to showcase off sort of just additional portions of this mission that you normally don't get to see in sort of a speedrun sense. So I'm a little bit disappointed that I wasn't capable of doing that, but that's okay. That's okay. So here, what we're going to do is now with force jump, we are going to come over here and then do some additional puzzles. So here, we have to force pull these 4 heads here and then do a nice strafe jump chain after we come back over here. So with the raising water, what's going to happen is the cage is going to open up and then I'm going to force jump through instead of using force speed in order to be able to get it. Then force pushing that wall there is going to end up causing it to break. And we are going to come up to the next puzzle, which we are also going to sequence break. So here, normally you're supposed to just force push all of these in, but instead what I can do is just come over here, and then do a nice, whoops. Do a nice crouch climb on there. Yep, okay. So here, just setting up. Oops, I got it, and then my hands were shaking, so I accidentally quick loaded. And yeah, we are through. Okay, so here is going to be a cool puzzle where we just activate force speed and then come to this walkway, and we are able to get up there. Okay. So yeah, so here, normally lightsaber skip would completely skip all of those things altogether. But instead, what I can do is end up just pushing up these pegs, activating this, which is going to cause that to fall down. And then now we are going to end up grabbing our lightsaber. Okay, so here, once again, normally you're supposed to use force speed, but instead I can just come through and pull my lightsaber and... oh boy, okay. I actually ended up changing my lightsaber style, so we're going to have to go for another backup strat in a future mission. But that is totally okay. Oh boy. Okay, great. FPS is back to 125. So there I actually end up dipping the FPS back to its base value of 20 for that mission, just for lightsaber skip itself, to make the skip a little bit easier. But I just ended up not doing lightsaber skip, so I didn't actually end up having to do that. But here, we are going to enter another cutscene. This is actually going to sequence break us having to do a specific portion of the level itself. Whoops. Okay, so 2 more pulls. And then a nice crouch there. Okay, but also just entering this cutscene is actually going to make the mission itself a lot safer. It's going to make it very, very nice and easy. Because normally there's going to be all of these Rodians, which are, as I do big sequence break there's going to be all of these Rodians who are going to end up like using sniper rifles and trying to end up like taking us down as we are going to be riding a dumpster to the end mission itself. But here, I'm just not even going to go for my normal movement here because I am struggling. And instead, we're going to do a big jump chain here. So this is known as dumpster dive. So if I'm able to build enough speed, nice, we got up there. We are able to get to this dumpster. You'll notice the Rodians are going to be sniping me and stuff, but they can't actually hit me because I'm currently in the cutscene, which makes me intangible. So it's very, very nice because on the next mission especially, we are going to want to have a good amount of health. Oh, yeah, but, yep. So there the cutscene ended, so I'm just going to do some nice wiggles in order to cause the snipers to miss me anyway. Okay, then in here, we are going to do a nice jump. Yeah, nice, okay. That conveyor belt can, like, absolutely troll you, but here's going to be the big sequence break for the level where I just throw my lightsaber through that hole, and that's going to end up exploding those barrels. But upcoming here, if you're wondering why I am running in French, it is all because of this lovely fellow, which is going to be Lando. So French Lando is just such a beautiful man. And so I will showcase off some of his dialogue a little bit later. But here's a really difficult jump chain, which I messed up. So I'm just going to go for the backup just immediately. So staying on this box and then doing, whoops, nice jump here. There we go. Okay. We are able to do another big sequence break for this mission. Okay, there's another little bit of a dialogue skip there. I wait for him to say Ruby Beals, which is the passcode in order to get up here. And then I do a quick save and quick load, which is going to skip dialogue, allowing me to get through. And there we actually ended up picking up a bowcaster, which is going to be very, very massive. As I set up, nice, and push that switch. Okay, so here's going to be probably one of the harder arenas in the run itself. So I'm going to enter this cutscene, which is going to make this a lot easier. So each of these turrets requires 4 shots from this bowcaster, and I'm trying to steady my hands. But as we enter this cutscene, this actually causes those turrets to stop firing. Okay, yeah, I botched the arena, so I'm actually just gonna... Oh wait, did he step into my player model? No, get out of my player model! What are you doing? Okay. And I'm going to grab that disruptor rifle. Oh, please make it to the button. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh no! Oh, I actually missed the button altogether. Oh, this is... Okay, so here's a walk of shame. So actually entering that cutscene allows us to basically be able to activate that switch, which opens up the exit to the level. And then as the cutscene ends, it just teleports you back to the elevator itself. Oh no, this is such a travesty. All right, that's okay. Just keep moving forward. Oh, I love speedrunning. All right, and there is Lando. So here what I'm going to do is actually pick up the secret drone because this is going to showcase off the extended inventory within the speedrun itself. And so basically the secret drone we're going to utilize for some really cool and massive sequence breaks as we are going to progress further into the run itself. But there are those secret drones, even though sometimes our health and weapons end up resetting between missions, those secret drones will actually end up following me. Oh yeah. Throughout the rest of the run itself. So here, force pushing this enemy over. If you don't force push that enemy over, as you saw a little bit earlier when I messed it up, the thermal detonators that enemy actually ends up dropping, like, are invisible and fall through the floor. But just pushing the enemy over actually ends up stopping that from happening altogether, which is weird. I don't know why that happens, but it does. But here is French Lando.
Mon bébé. J'espère qu'ils ont...
And so this is literally like half of the reason I end up running this game in French. But here, doing another form of dialogue skipping by just placing my lightsaber in the wall, it creates a bit of a sound which ends up causing the dialogue to end up getting canceled out. But here, because I'm nervous, I'm just going to take a little bit of an easier jump chain. Yeah, there we go. Okay, then jumping up here, crouching allows me to get up here, grab some more secret drones, which we're going to end up using at a later time.
You say because you're nervous, but chat, who thinks Muffin's movement has been really fluid so far? I mean, again, you don't have to tell us you're making mistakes, all right? Like, this has been great.
Okay, so upcoming here, we're going to see our next trick, which is going to be known as Luck Fando. And so here, whoops, okay, I actually ended up messing it up. So coming on top of the ship is actually going to be very important. I'm actually staying outside of a specific trigger in the level very specifically. Then quick saving, quick loading is going to allow me to skip dialogue. And then I'm going to try and kill off all these enemies. So staying outside of that trigger zone actually ended up causing all these enemies to spawn on the same side of the hangar. So normally the enemies will like spawn on the side of the hangar that you are not. So just staying outside of that trigger zone ended up causing the enemies to end up all spawning on the same side, which actually saves a lot of time. Okay, I need this weapon. All right, so force push this, hit this, and jump through. Okay, so here, oh, I got that. Okay, that was a very difficult crouch climb there. It's very, very precise, so that feels good to get that. And then here, activating this switch. So basically, we have to refuel the ship in order to get off. But here, I actually ended up skipping a piece of dialogue. So landing there, I'm gonna listen. Yeah, there we go. Kyle, we have a problem, is what Lando actually ended up saying. So if I hadn't activated that dialogue, we actually end up soft locking ourselves in this mission itself, and we actually just cannot progress. And then here is going to be a switch puzzle. I think it's 3-2. Oh, one more, and then 2. Yeah, there we go. We hear the Beyond Jouet, which means we did it. And so here, we're not quite done yet. We have to be introduced to our friendly neighborhood gangster, who is going to potentially have information as to where Dasan is with our waifu. But we're actually just going to end up taking him down. Oh, I got the headshot! All right, that is incredibly precise for that aiming there. Even though, as you can see, my hands are shaking so hard still. Oh my goodness. Okay. I made it. All right, I got through that mission. Fantastic. That mission, it's very easy to like mess up on, and then you just have to like restart the entire mission. But getting through that without having to completely reset the level is just very, very nice. So here, this level could be potentially the first time we actually end up seeing a secret drone skip for the first time, as we saw in my GDQ run last summer. However, I am not going to end up going for that secret drone skip because it is incredibly, incredibly difficult. But yeah, so actually I don't need the backup secret drone. Where's the door? Okay, there's the door. Yeah, there's the door. Okay. So here I'm going to actually end up activating force speed in order to try and, yeah, mind trick that enemy in order to open up this door and catch this flame cycle. Oh no, break the switch! Okay, I got through. because there I was able to get a very specific flame cycle. But yeah, so here there could be a trick that I would do, which is known as Underseeker. I am not going to go for Underseeker. Absolutely not. And instead, what we can actually end up doing is just catching this elevator sequence here. And just taking a nice, steady, relaxing elevator drive as I'm going up. But here, up there, you could actually end up just jumping on this tiny little metal orb that rotates in a circle around us in order to get up. And it is incredibly difficult, incredibly precise, and it only saves like a small number of seconds, like 20-something seconds or so, I believe. But honestly, I just completely forgot. But if you'd like to see that, just go watch my SGDQ run from this past summer, where I ended up landing that trick. So upcoming here, we are going to come to actually one of the few sources of RNG within this run itself. Oh, excuse me! Which is going to be this wind tunnel section. But here, nice, I got the shields, okay. It's going to be nice. Oh no, where's the weapon? There's some, okay, wait, there's another one? So there, the weapons ended up getting wedged in the elevator itself, which caused the elevator to not be able to move up. Okay, yeah, so here's the wind tunnel section. I'm going to quick save there, and then I'm going to quick load in order to try and get a specific cycle for these wind currents. Are they going? Yeah, okay, this is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, so I'm just going to bite the bullet and just take bad RNG here. But this honestly isn't the worst possible RNG. But yeah, so each of these wind currents, in general, they are sort of randomly decided when they activate. But here, just setting up in a specific spot, I'm going to drop 3 thermal detonators there, and then the enemy just walks into them. And then listening for dialogue. There we go. Wow, the dialogue happened really late there. That was weird. Okay. But yeah, so after we skip that dialogue, we now just have to kill off a list of enemies here. Just grabbing some thermal detonators. Oh, excuse me. Thank you for dying. Okay. And so normally that's supposed to be like your big introduction to, oh, this is the cool aspect of this game, which is going to be the lightsaber combat system. And yeah, we just like throw explosives in their face, so we don't have to worry about doing the lightsaber combat. But don't worry, we will actually end up seeing some nice lightsaber combat a little bit later on, which I actually have to think of a backup because I messed something up earlier in the run. But yeah, so here's a droid that we actually just have to end up babysitting. And then there, yep, okay, I knew that was going to happen. Oh yeah, just jumping over those strip mines there. Oh, please die. Thank you. And there I'm going to end up picking up a heavy repeater rifle, which is going to be a very handy weapon, especially in the next 2 missions. But yeah, so normally you have to just wait for the droid to just like slowly move and meander through the level. But instead what I can do is, oh, no, it's on that side. Okay, just take this heavy repeater rifle as I am just going to destroy those for safety before... Oh yeah, pushing the droid through. The droid might die here. No, he's fine. Okay. All right, he's okay. Okay. But we can just actually end up force pushing that droid. And so here's going to be a big sequence break. And this might actually just end up taking me a bit to get. And that's okay if it does. But they're just... that's a little actually too high on the platform. I don't usually say that. But here just... Nope. Force pushing this enemy is going to... allow me to just set him up on this ramp here. Oh, nope, that was also bad. And then, yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to save. And then force pulling him into the air and then jumping off of his body. Yeah, there we go. It's going to allow me to build a bunch of height in order to get out of bounds. So here's another jump sequence. Oh, yeah, just a little bit too far. Yeah, so a lot of like these jump chains in general are going to be, all about landing as far as I can on the ledges in order to be able to just sort of maximize my jump distance. Okay, so here's the first seeker drone skip. So basically just summoning this little orb underneath my feet is going to allow me to jump twice off of it in order to be able to get up to this elevator. Then I actually have to fall down this elevator shaft here in order to be able to spawn these like final enemies. Oh, yep, there we go, in order to get the key. And oh, I took a lot of damage there. I'm just gonna heal. This is fine. This is fine. There's actually a good amount of like safety health on this levels that I am going to end up picking up. But they're using the heavy repeater is going to destroy some enemies because we're going to be backtracking a lot through this mission. So here I'm actually just going to grab these for safety. Normally we just skip those. And then coming in here is going to be the officer in order to get the key. There's more safety health. And then, oh, excuse me. Thank you. Pardon me, please. Oh, sir. Sir. Okay. Okay, destroying that trip mine, then jumping up here. Okay, it's fine. That's fine. So here I actually have to collect one of these shotguns for a future mission. But, oh no. Okay, come here. Come here. Okay, excuse me, sir. Sir. Okay, more safety health. Yeah, I'm going to push you over, and yeah, I'm going to take your shotgun. All right, great. So this shotgun's going to be very, very useful in a future mission. Then falling down here. Oh, hello. Oh no. Kyle, stop using force swag. Okay, so here's going to be probably the hardest boss fight in the run itself, where normally I'm going to have light style, so I can do this a little bit easier. But instead, the backup is just to throw my saber to the ground, just like that, in order to kill Tavion very, very fast. So here, entering this cutscene is going to actually allow me to skip a pretty decent chunk of this mission. Also, it's going to cause these enemies to not be able to see me. Then over here, we are going to actually sequence break a massive portion of the level once again by just doing these incredibly, incredibly precise climbs. Okay, I got up there. Wow, okay, that was actually pretty good. I'm pretty okay with that. Then here, I'm just going to wait for the cutscene to end, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. So you can't actually press that switch too quickly. If you do press that switch too fast, then you will run into problems. But upcoming here, major shoutouts to Hotshot Wire in particular. Oh, I'm at 36 health, 25 health. This is okay. Shoving an enemy into that wall, just like I did there, is going to allow me to be able to open that door. But yeah, here, I guess I just like heal up and spend some Bactas, so I'm going to have to pick up some safety Bactas at a future mission. But here, what I'm doing is I ran into this door, which is going to cause these elevators here to actually start moving sooner. Then doing a incredibly precise seeker drone skip, which is probably the hardest one for me. Okay. Yeah. So there, it just ended up getting stuck on that beam. Okay, almost. That was, nope. Don't take out your saber, Kyle. Just believe in yourself. Okay, 1. Oh, that was so close. All right, come on. All right. But doing this secret drone skip here is going to allow me to, allow me to skip a massive elevator cycle. Yeah, so normally you're just supposed to like ride these elevators incredibly slowly in order to get through. But here we're going to actually shove ourselves upwards with the flechette itself, and that is going to allow me to actually mitigate a bunch of fall damage, right? I mentioned that crouching allows me to... Oh, come on, Kyle. There we go. Okay, 35 health? Yeah, I'm definitely taking a bunch of safety health on this mission. I'm absolutely going to do so. Let's see. Where is safety health that I can actually end up grabbing? Not entirely sure. We'll figure it out. Don't worry, Twitch chat. And then coming up here with some nice jumps, we're going to use the heavy repeater as well as some like pull cancellations to bring the weapon further off cooldown. And then here I'm just going to mitigate a bunch of fall damage. I really should heal. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, safety health here. Great, fantastic. And then here's going to be a laser. No, it's nope, wrong door. Wrong door, not quite yet. So here I'm going to, ouch. Mind trick this one enemy here, and then doing another really cool pull jump there is going to allow me to basically sequence break an elevator. That one only saves like a single digit number of seconds. It really isn't much. And then that jump there is incredibly precise, but also only saves like a single digit number of seconds. And then here doing a nice roll there is going to help me mitigate a bunch of fall damage. Oh, yeah, excuse me. Ow. Stop shooting me. Ow. Okay. And then, yeah, okay, so here are the lasers. And yeah, okay. All right. It's not over yet. We still have a lot of like really scary stuff coming up. Like here, if I get this jump, yeah, okay. Okay, so here's Shia LaBeouf. No, Shia LaBeouf, no. Okay, I was able to push him off, but basically, he's just, if he gets on that elevator, he can just absolutely demolish you and kill you. Because his parry value on his saber, which basically means he can block better and like deal more damage and stuff, is a good amount better than mine. And then here, okay, I just barely have enough health. Okay, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Hey, stop that. Okay, so activating force speed here is actually going to mitigate the requirement for parry value. And oh no, okay. One of the Sith jumped forward, so I'm just gonna kill all four. And there's my arch nemesis, that ATST there. And okay, we got through. We got through. As long as I don't die here. Oh, 10 health. All right, this is fine. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna make it. Okay, so here's a really cool sequence break where normally you have to do sort of like a sit and wait puzzle coming through this section, but instead just crouching through that tiny hole. Oh goodness gracious. Is this the correct? Right, I kind of bamboozled myself there. Yeah, this is correct. This is correct. Okay, so there is some safety health, but we're still like low on Bactus and like other safety health. So it's a little bit scary, but we'll manage. But basically, as I'm coming through this level, which is going to be known as Reactor, there's going to be a number of like really spooky sequence breaks. So we got the first one, no problem. Oh, please don't shoot me, Shotgun Trooper. Oh, thank you for having mercy. Oh no. Okay, so there I did a backup roll. So here's going to be a tricky jump chain. Yeah, so here's another scary jump. Okay, we got that one. Nice. Here's the next scary jump, which I'm going to try and slide along this sort of slope, which I can't. Oh, no. Yeah, so everything that's sort of like pink and red and like flashing is going to be a one-hit kill. So I'm actually just going to go for a little bit of an easier jump sequence there in order to get through, because oddly enough, or not oddly enough, my hands are still shaking. Okay. So there we got another sequence break by crouching through another tiny little hole. And then I'm going to pull out the heavy repeater again. Okay. Yeah, so once again, everything that's sort of like pink and red and flashing is going to be a one-hit kill. All right, this is fine. This is fine. All right, nice. Okay, so my force is a little bit low, so I am just going to have to wait here for a hot minute. But that's good because it gives me a little bit of a time to take a little bit of a breather. So upcoming here in this section, we are going to be showcasing off a big sequence break. So when I enter this room, it's actually going to cause these platforms to raise up. However, if I activate force speed and then do a very particular jump chain, jump off of that chicken robot, I can just barely miss that platform. Okay, that was really close actually. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, I got it. Second try. I'll take that. I will take that. Then over here, we are going to grab some safety shields and safety health. And normally, you're supposed to like do this entire sequence in order to get a security key in order to get up. But I'm not going to do that. Instead, what we're going to do is summon secret drone directly underneath myself. And then jumping, over and over again. This tiny little metal orb is as small as it looks. I'm going to do a sequence of jumps in order to be able to skip all that. And this saves a massive amount of time. It's like over an entire minute. Yes, okay, I salvaged that. Oh boy. All right, breathe. All right, so upcoming here, we are going to come through here, and this is going to introduce a Shadow Trooper. But instead of taking this fight, he survived. I can actually just, yeah, there we go, end up force pulling him. And then hearing him go, means that he realized that he was way too high in the air and then ends up deciding to instantly die due to falling. So it's like funny because the amount of fall damage wouldn't have actually ended up killing that Shadow Trooper, but it was just sort of like this AI thing where he recognized that he was like way too high up into the air. Then upcoming here, it's going to be very, very spooky stealth section. So here I'm going to mind trick this one stormtrooper. And jumping over, we're going to mind trick that Imperial officer there. And mind tricking that Imperial officer means that we no longer have to be super duper quiet. Which is just very, very funny. So as you notice, like enemies have aggroed onto me. And normally the enemies aggroing onto me would cause me to instantly fail the mission and have to restart it. However, just mind tricking, they will not activate the alarm because they're just waiting for that Imperial officer to do so, which is just very, very funny that they respect the officer that much. Which is just very, very cool. But if that officer had died, then somebody else would have like gone up and activated the switch, causing me to fail. But here I'm going to be, I just showcased off a piece of saber tech, which is going to be known as a quick draw, which is going to skip the initial passive portion of the lightsaber swing itself. Then, oh no. Okay, I'm just going to destroy that interrogation droid. Because if I hadn't, then I would have like lost most of my health there. All right, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take that droid. Oh, I forgot to open the door. I'm sorry, droid. Oh, no. Excuse me. Okay, now I will be a gentleman. And there we go. Okay. But basically, there's 5 droids there, and you have, I mean, a 20% chance of getting the droid that you want. So force pulling 3 of them allows me to basically increase my probability that I will get a forward-facing droid. But just like literally, if I don't get the droid I want, I can just exit the console and then just re-enter it for very little to no time loss. And then just continuously pushing them forward would have also been fine.
Muffin, you're the only Sith Lord that I know that would apologize. Muffin goes to like force pull or force choke. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is true. So there was Vape Nation Corridor, where using force speed will actually stop those interrogation droids from being able to deal a massive amount of damage. Oh, yeah, a little bit of lag there, no problem. Excuse me, sir. That was very rude. So basically what we just ended up doing is calling a train. And this is actually an auto score. There's no way to speed up the section. So there I'm just going to take a nice and slow safety heal. And then riding this train, I am going to breathe for 2 seconds. All right, let's explain some more cool stuff. So in this level, there's going to be a lot of really cool things. There's going to be something known as the codec, which is going to be a switch sequence where I'm going to have to press a very specific number of switches. And I totally remember the exact switches that I have to press. Yep, that's totally true. Not somebody who hasn't played this game in a year that would ever forget the switches that he actually ends up needing to press in order to get through the mission. But yeah, so here's going to be the codex. So it's going to showcase off a lot of like incredibly precise jumps. Yeah, okay, so here's the first one. Almost, that was really close. So here I actually can't do a full force jump. If I had done a full force jump, then I would have ended up bonking my head into the ceiling. And that would have ended up causing me to, fall down and then fail the jump and fall to my death. But there we go. I believe that was the correct 3 buttons. I really, truly hope it was. And then jumping up here, nice, crouch climb. Able to skip having to ride that elevator up. Because you'll notice that there's a very small blue bar that's currently filling up, which is going to be my force meter. Run out of force, I can no longer extend my jump height by utilizing force jump. So just really navigating the exact amount of force I need in that section is incredibly important. Yeah, okay, so I didn't miss any of the buttons necessary. So here we're going to call Mon Mothma and give her the warning. And really funny thing is just doing the call ends up despawning all of those stormtroopers there, which is absolutely amazing. I love it. Oh boy, okay. So here, this is probably one of the scarier levels for me because there is going to be a potential game crash and hard lock at the very end of the mission, as well as an incredibly difficult sequence break that I'm going to have to bust out before we even get that far, which is going to be known as Spaceman. Okay, great. The rocket trooper didn't shoot me. And then here with the rocket launcher, I'm going to end up killing all these enemies. And then here, we're going to open this door. Oh, excuse me, sir. And then opening that door. Okay. All right, here we go.
So here, activating the switch and then activating for speed, I'm now going to crouch and then hold a specific direction. It's not over yet. Here. Oh, that was a mistake. All right, so we'll try again. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, and then here. All right, I'm going to crouch. And then instead of going into the vacuum of space, I'm going to do a very difficult jump. Okay, I got over. It's not over yet. Yes, okay, I got it. All right. Woo, second try on Spaceman. I'll take that. I'll take that. But basically there, on that trick, there's an instant kill death plane right outside of that door, which can be very, very spooky. However, just staying just barely outside of that kill plane allows us to be able to stop our lives from instantly dying. Okay, I got through. Oh boy. All right, we're doing it. We're doing the thing. We're pressing the buttons. And that is going to stop me from dying. Then crouching through the door as it's closing is going to stop sort of the gravity effects. But here, activating force speed in order to mitigate parry value again is going to allow me to kill 2 enemies like this. Okay, there we go. That was good. That was good. Right before force speed ended. That was definitely not close at all. No sweat, no problem. But here, we are going to be ending up bypassing this entire puzzle. And so here's the place where the game can crash, so fingers crossed. Please don't crash. Okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, good, and this is a good portion in the cutscene. So entering this cutscene is just going to allow me, as Kyle, in order to be able to skip that entire switch puzzle, because the doors don't actually close until just sort of the very end of this cutscene that I'm currently entered. Then after the cutscene is done, I am going to be entering here, which is going to be Doom Shields. So secret drones are not just for being able to build a bunch of height, but instead I am going to shove that enemy, activate the secret drone. Okay, I'm so glad that worked. I'm so glad that worked, because sometimes that just doesn't work. But just basically sticking a secret drone through that door is going to shove the secret drone into the end mission trigger itself. Then coming through here, this is probably, I want to say, the most difficult movement level in the entire run itself. But I'm going to be... Wow, that was actually pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Just because like all these jumps and stuff are going to be incredibly precise, incredibly difficult to get. Let's see if I get this one. No, I didn't. That's okay. That's okay. We're really just jump up here. But yeah, here, just jumping on that. Trooper, then falling into the water, that's bad. Falling into water is bad. Kyle is a bit of a hydrophobe. He did not take swim classes when he was a young child. Okay. Oh, my force is low. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I just have to do this and try and strafe jump like my life depends on it, which it does, because this is mercy kill. All right. Okay. Oh no, Kyle, don't swipe. All right, excuse me. And then landing on this rock. Yep. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Oh, we're gonna take a little bit of a bath. That's okay, Kyle. Don't be afraid. All right. Okay. Wow. I love being rusty. This is so difficult. Okay, I got up. All right. So here my force is really low. And so, oh, bad RNG. I'm just going to try and do a lot of shorter jumps. And we are going to come into Yavin Canyon itself. How much time do I have left, Sky, out of curiosity?
I want to say it's about 3 minutes left. I'll ask Richard for specifics, but yeah, it's not long, and we'll announce 60 seconds.
All right. Okay, well, we are actually coming really quickly to the end of the run itself. Just 3 more missions to go. This is going to be Yavin Canyon, which is honestly probably my favorite mission as I botch some more movement. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Water's bad. Yeah, this is fine. So I'm completely out of force. That's okay. So we're just gonna have to wait at the very end of this mission. Oh no, that's bad. Okay, we got up and over that rock. Okay, this is fine. So I'm just gonna slowly meander my way up to this rock, and then jump like this, and then jump like this, and go through. Okay. Only 2 more missions. This mission is gonna be a little bit longer than the final mission. The final mission is going to be very, very short in general. Oh no, Rocket Trooper, please have mercy. Hey, Rocket Trooper, have mercy. Thank you. Okay, And then standing here, we're going to crouch like this. Oh, that rocket trooper did not have mercy, though. Okay, so up here, we just have to kill off 2 of these enemies. So there's 1, and there's 2. Okay. And that will cause this enemy here to fire a rock. Fire the rocket? What? Wait, what? Okay. I guess I killed 2 enemies. Please die. Please, dear goodness, die. Okay, thank you. And now the rocket trooper will fire the rocket. Yep. Opening up this this window here, which is going to allow me to progress through. Oh, I am out. Okay. So I'm going to heal up for a little bit of safety. And then we are going to continue to progress through. So here is a bit of safety health here. Oh, I missed the shields. That's not great. That's not fantastic, but that's okay. That's okay.
60 seconds.
Oh, 60? Okay. All right, this is going to be incredibly close then. So here we're going to enter this cutscene, which is going to allow me to get to the end of the mission very, very quickly and completely skip me having to take a fight. Okay, so this last mission is going to be incredibly quick if I do it fast. So I'm going to focus. Sorry, I'm going to sort of drop commentary because I want to try and get underestimate if I can. Okay, so here's going to be a Vino boost. Nope.
30 seconds.
Okay. Okay, so upcoming here, we're going to break this pipe. Oh, break the pipe. All right. This is going to be incredibly close. All right, so here's going to be a switch puzzle here. 1, 2. All right. Get ready on time.
Okay.
It's going to be coming up in just a number of seconds. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for safety.
Time.
No! Oh, no! The final fight is right here! Oh, no. Just to show how... That would have been it. I was literally just a few seconds shy.
Oh.
No! Oh, that's great. Oh, I love this. Oh, that was awesome.
That was great.
Oh, that was great. Oh, good stuff.
You know it's a good one. When we see the ending and you're a few seconds shy, like you know it's a good run.
Oh, that was great. If you would like to see me play this game in considerably less rusty and less nervous state, go watch my GDQ run from SGDQ 2022. Oh, man. Oh, that was such a struggle bus. I love that.
That was great. That may have been one of our closest but didn't make it runs yet. I mean, that was so good, though.
Yeah. I remember this exact situation happened on my first Mercy Kill run, where in the Escape from Yavin 4, I lost it on the very final fight as well. Yeah. So that is very cool. I love the irony of failing twice in that same situation.
Yeah, it was the rocket person's fault. Chat's right about that.
He was just feeling a little shy, Chat. Give the rocket person a break, right? Like, stormtroopers have bad aim in general, and so he just wanted to take some extra time to line up that rocket and make sure it hit home.
Well, that was a lot of fun, and we have one more Star Wars run from Muffin coming up after the break. Don't worry, we can negotiate time still. The timer isn't started yet for that one, Muffin. We'll ask him while we're on the break here. But please remember, folks, that your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits shared on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick Hotfix. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy the daily speedrunning content. And if you are watching on YouTube, hello everyone. Be sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also go to twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick if you're interested in looking at our live content, starting weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. And with that being said, everyone be sure to stretch, stay hydrated, and be right back with Mercy Kill.
Et que la force soit avec vous.
Welcome back to Mercy Kill. I am joined here by Covert Muffin, and this is more Star Wars content. This is Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. Covert Muffin, you're such an entertainer, especially in terms of the estimates, right? Like, we were just talking during the break where no matter what, it's always close, and that's how I love my shows to be run. Maybe not so much fun for you, but fun for the chat in general. So well done on the last game. Very much so.
I love it. Yeah. It's this thing with me where I like to set really competitive estimates for myself to like just try and get under, especially when I know I'm going to be nervous. I know I'm going to be rusty. So it's like I have this like formula in my head of like adding about 10 minutes to what I would set if I was like well practiced. And it just so happens that usually works out with these like 40-minute runs. So this one in particular is going to be hopefully close as well, but close on the other side of the spectrum where I'm able to kill the mercy kill.
Well, let's do it then. I am excited to see this on your count, Muffin.
All right. Well, welcome to Star Wars Jedi Academy. Yes, there are 3 trademarks in the title. Don't you forget it. Each of those is incredibly important in what makes this such a lovely game itself. So this game is traditionally the final game in the anthology of the Dark Forces Jedi Knight series. And it's probably the one I have the most hours in. On stream, like a month ago-ish, I calculated out the exact number of hours that I have between Academy and Outcast with like both multiplayer as well as single-player speedrunning. And it was pretty much almost exactly 1 year. So if I didn't go to the bathroom, I didn't eat, I didn't take care of myself or anything, I just sat in this chair and played the video game, I would have been sitting there for an entire year straight. So I love these games and I'm super excited, very nervous, but also super excited to showcase off this amazing speed game. So in this game, very similar to the previous run that you just saw, we're going to be strafe jumping. So you're going to see the camera move from left and right, as well as me jumping over and over again. But there's going to be a few things different. The first thing is something known as velocity reduction on ground impact. So when I land on the ground after jumping, I lose 50% of my speed instantaneously. However, if I jump from higher to lower ground, that doesn't actually end up proccing. So VRGI, also known as velocity reduction on ground impact, can actually get mitigated in that way. So in the previous game, that's not a factor. You don't have to worry about it. But in this one, I 1,000,000% absolutely have to. So it's going to be a lot more complicated in terms of routing, but we're going to see a lot less hallways, a lot less very tight corridors and stuff. And it's going to be a lot more sort of open. So that being said, if we're ready on time, I will get started.
Yeah, we're ready on your count.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so here on this level, we actually end up starting with a lightsaber, as opposed to last game where we actually had to end up getting our force powers back. And you'll notice that we're not playing as the swag master Kyle Katarn himself, but instead we're playing as his new Padawan, Jaden. So here is a little bit of a story. We actually ended up crashing on our way to getting introduced to the Jedi Academy itself. Okay, there we go. Nice crouch climb. And so we actually have to end up just finding our way back to the temple. Oh boy. Okay. This is fine. Just take the elevation boosts. So here, as you'll notice, I'm just trying to jump from higher to lower ground just constantly. And then here, we're going to quick draw to the right and then jump and kill that enemy midair in order to be able to just kill him a little bit quicker. So there we ended up finishing out, and now we have a list of additional force powers. Most importantly, it's going to be force jump. So there, oh no. Oh, okay, I salvaged it. We have force jump. And so force jump, as I mess up that jump, is going to allow us to jump for longer, but also jump for higher. So here we are now out of bounds thanks to utilizing that force jump. I'm just going to play this incredibly safe. So here's a backup chain if I get it. Yep. Okay, great. Oh boy, brain. So with force jump and using crouch to slightly raise our hitbox, we're able to get out of bounds very easily. So here is going to be a puzzle which is going to showcase off our rest of our force powers, which are going to be force pull, force push, as well as force sense and force speed. But we are going to actually skip having to use a few of those. So upcoming here is going to be a puzzle where normally you're actually supposed to use force speed in order to slow down time. Right? No, like you might be like, oh, Muffin's a speedrunner. We have to use force speed to go faster. Nah, that's not how this works in this game. You actually use force speed in order to slow down time. However, using a single strafe jump, I'm able to mitigate that all together. Oh, I forget I wish I remembered these inputs for the keyboard, because there's a lot of really cool keyboard menuing for this section in particular. But that's okay. We'll just use nice, slow, and steady mouse movement. So here, this is going to actually showcase off just sort of the structure of these missions in general. But here's a really difficult sequence break. So I'm going to focus. Almost. Nope. So here I'm trying to build a lot of speed. Nope. In order to be able to jump over an invisible death plane, I will try this 3 more times. Nope. Okay, 2 more. 1 more attempt. Nope. Okay. That's okay. The backup is literally to do this. It's just to jump up here. 1, 2, and then we jump off. And I'm just going to have to go for some additional safety a little bit later on. You know what? We're going to go for a little bit. Oh, no. Of that safety right now. So here, I'm just skipping a very difficult jump chain, which is honestly probably one of the easier jump chains in general. And then here, I'm going to do the same. So, wow, this is actually breaking out some, like, dino strats here, which I honestly haven't done in years. So normally, if I have enough health, I can end up doing some really nice damage boosts. But there, we're going to say hello to the 2 dudes, which that's literally what we call them. And we were going to come around here and do a very difficult jump. Yep, nice. I cannot tell you, like, I haven't done those jump sequences in, like, literally years. Oh, excuse me, Rodian. Okay, we're good. Okay. Then coming in here is going to be a bomb that we have to disable. Okay, we got the bomb disabled. So there's actually a death trigger if we didn't disable that bomb, which actually ends up causing us to die instantaneously. Yeah, instant death trigger causes us to die instantaneously. And funny thing is that we actually have a force power potentially in a later mission known as Force Rage, which stops us from going under 1 health. However, that death trigger doesn't deal it in terms of damage. It actually just kills you outright instantaneously. But here, now that we have finished that mission, we are going to be coming into Danger. So Danger is going to be cool because it is going to showcase off another cutscene enter. So here, just refreshing my graphics setting, it's going to allow me to enter this cutscene and go for some parts in order to repair the shuttle. So here's going to be the first part. Oh yeah, and so unlike in Jedi Outcast, I'm actually running this in Spanish. It's in major parts of this mission. Oh no, I don't think I'm going to make it. Okay, that's okay. I'm not going to make it. I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to wait. So normally we're supposed to get the furthest part away, and then after this cutscene ends, it's going to teleport me to this rock. But I'm just a little bit too nervous, and that is totally okay. So we are just going to grab this part as sort of like normal, but with like speed running text. So I guess it's not entirely normal. But there we just grab the part, and so every single time I touch the sand here, some sandworms are going to start moving around. And so, honestly, when I played this game back in like 2003, when I was a wee little 13-year-old muffin lad, the sandworms were honestly the scariest part of this game itself. However, as long as I just continue jumping over and over again, the sandworms really won't be that much of a factor. So here, we now have the bunny ears part. Oh, excuse me. And coming back to the ship with a nice strafe jump chain, is I drop a thermal detonator to try and bait the sandworm, which didn't really want to take it. So I have no idea where the sandworm is that is near the ship. I know where that sandworm is. Okay. Then coming up here, we're going to go for a really difficult jump. I missed it, but that's okay. That's okay. I was trying to do a bit of advanced movement tech, which I probably shouldn't be trying to go for, which is going to be known as a jump cancel. So whenever I jump off the ground, it actually draws an invisible ceiling above my head. And then if I am actually able to end up... Oh, yeah. If I am able to end up letting go of the jump key as I'm sort of floating upwards, I'll stop myself from bonking onto that invisible ceiling. and that is known as the jump cancel. It allows me to just basically, what am I doing? Retain my jump for a little bit longer. Okay, cool. So here, this is actually really awesome and why I love running this category, which is going to be showing off this level, which is known as Tier 1 Fatal. So basically, the way the game is constructed is there are going to be 5 potential side missions that I could end up selecting in order to run. And normally we're expected... Oh, geez. Am I doing this correctly? I think I am. Yeah, this is right. Okay. All right. Whew. I know this game, I promise. So normally we actually only have to do 4 out of the 5 missions in any percent in order to be able to progress with the storyline itself. However, in this category, all levels, I have to do that extra side mission that we normally end up skipping. And so this mission here is the one that we actually normally end up skipping, just because it's the longest mission overall. But here, chucking a thermal detonator at that officer is going to allow me to get the security key. Sorry, I'm laughing because if you listen to the voice of the Imperial officers as they die in Spanish, they make this sound. Which is one of the reasons I end up running in Spanish. Okay, great. So here's going to be an elevator. Oh, I tried to crouch that. I missed it. No problem. This is fine. Oh no, that's not fine. Accidentally bonked my face into another thing on the ceiling. Okay, this is fine. And so with all levels, I actually end up getting to showcase off a lot of really cool things. So in this mission, we're actually going to end up deactivating a bunch of bombs because, like, pressing a single button is going to cause the stormtroopers to give up all hope of ever being able to disable the bombs again. Then, coming through here, we are actually going to probably grab some safety health here. Yeah, you know what? I thought there was a safety med kit there. Maybe not. That's okay. Oh, yeah. And so here actually ended up deactivating the bombs out of sequence. Wait, why am I doing the harder one? Go for the easier jump, please, brain. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. I think this is still possible. Oh, no. Wait, do I not have enough health? Oh, no. Shoot. Let me see. Okay. Where is the health on this level? Wait, this is like a tomato anus situation all over again. Okay, there's some safety health. I never knew there was safety health there before. I swear to goodness. Okay. Shout outs to you, tomato anus. I love you, dude. Okay. Now I should just have enough health. Okay. So I guess I did have enough health. Okay, and then here I'm doing a really difficult crouch climb if I can get this. I'll try this one more time because it literally only saves like a second, because instead all you have to do is like come over here and jump up just like that. So if you didn't know, Tomato Anus, who's did the Fallout Anthology, in like the very final leg of his run, he like didn't have enough health, and so he had to try and figure out. Okay, good. Oh, nope, that's not good. Oh no, am I gonna have to... Oh, there we go. Okay, so they're crouching, both braces my hitbox as well as actually ends up shrinking it. So I'm able to just barely fit through those lasers, causing the explosions. That's gonna allow me to progress very quickly to the end of the mission. Okay. All right, excuse me. Thank you. All right. Okay, good. So there, I'm very glad that I heard Jaden say listos when I ended up deactivating the final bomb, which means that I was able to get all the bombs. Nice jump there. And so the end mission trigger is just right here. And we should fade to black. Yes, okay. Whew. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. All right, I made it. All right, back to like regular missions. So up here is going to be a mission known as Tier 1 Surprise, which is honestly probably one of my favorite missions speedrun-wise. And it's especially because of like the jump chains that I hopefully will be able to showcase off here. So jumping at really specific points. Okay, here's the backup chain. It's going to allow me to continuously jump. Yeah, there I just bonked into the invisible wall. That's fine. So the walls for this game are actually drawn separately from the textures themselves. And we're actually going to see a good instance of that after I do this incredibly precise sequence of jumps. called Canyon Climb. Okay, there. Yep, good. Oh, no, I fell down. That's okay. Okay, good. Okay. And then hearing to save. And crouch. Nice. And so that jump sequence in particular only saves 3 seconds. But yeah, as I mentioned, the invisible walls are actually drawn separately from the textures themselves. And so we are able to get through that hole. And that was actually discovered thanks to a collaboration between 2 speedrunners. Rience, who is the patron deity of glitch finding, as well as Prasco. So here, I'm going to crouch and try and get... There we go. My head into the ceiling there, which is going to allow me to spawn both enemies into the sandcrawler, but also be able to spawn this droid here. Then throwing a thermal detonator is going to cause my hitbox to extend through the wall. Then, because I forget the exact setup, I'm just going to do this for safety. Whoops. And then clip through this wall using thermal detonators. There we go. That is going to allow me to spawn these Tusken Raiders here. Oh, I'm fighting so hard not to do multiplayer things. And then I have to kill off a list of 6 Tusken Raiders. Yeah, there we go. He's just being a little shy there, hanging on the back. Oh, please die. Thank you. Okay, and then killing those 6 Tusken Raiders is going to cue the end of the mission. No, we're not going to Academy. We're going to the very final mission in Tier 1. So here is going to be Tier 1 Sour. And so this level is probably the one that's changed the most in recent years, thanks to discovery of forms of tech known as grip strats, which I am not going to be showcasing off today because A, when I'm well practiced, I can't do them consistently. And then B, when I am very rusty as I am now and haven't played this game in over a year, yeah, you better bet your biscuits I'm not even going to attempt them then. So here, throwing a thermal detonator. Was that far enough? It was far enough. Wow, I actually hit that. Oh no, what? Quick load! Muffin, please! Okay, please die. Thank you. Save. Q. Okay, but here's the swag tricks. If I get this, I'm gonna be hype. Oh, I almost got it, the reverse door crouchy. Okay, which is a meme. Sorry. So there's just 2 enemies where they come through the door, and you can actually just end up normally crouching in order to be able to roll off of their heads. And so, for whatever reason, I decided that it would be very funny in order to back roll. Actually, I didn't decide it. Sajiki, who is a pillar in the community, I love you, Saji, ended up convincing me to go for it. But here's another strat that I probably shouldn't go for, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Oh, I think I got it. Yeah, okay, great. So wedging that Rodian into the door itself allows me to fall down that elevator. And getting it actually that well did save time. And it saves about like a second and a half or so. As I listen to the screams of my enemies, sorry for the loud noise. Oh, he's still alive. There we go. And that's going to allow me to end the mission very fast. But yeah, so that elevator skip only saves about like a second. But I got this time save. Look, chat, I did save time. I swear. All right, so now that we've finished all 5 side missions, we're able to progress in with the story, showcasing off one of my favorite aspects of this game, especially compared to Outcast, which are the vehicles. So here's going to be a Tauntaun. So the Tauntaun... Oh, I almost got it. We are going to be able to use a speed boost feature, which is just going to cause the Tauntaun to move faster. That's normal. It's the same in the normal playthrough of the game. And that allows me to get a nice burst of speed. But also, I am going to actually end up glitching out this Tauntaun. Oh, we almost got a Krampus Tauntaun, but we didn't this time. Okay, that's good. That's a relief. A little bit of RNG there with where the Tauntauns are actually going to be. They spawn in the same location, but they can just wander around. But yeah, so here we're going to turn this into legendary figure skater Michelle Tauntaun. And we are going to try and get a gold medal. Because now that I have the Ice Skater Tauntaun, I actually decelerate at a less rate, as you can see. So upcoming here, we are now going to use this speed boost into the cliff ledge. I will try this 3 more times, then go for an easier setup. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Nope. Hang on. Oh. Okay. But here, there's an invisible wall. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Oh no, I'm sorry, Michelle Tauntaun. Okay, I accidentally fell off of Michelle. And now I'm just gonna strafe jump shamefully to the end of the mission with an E-boost here and there where I can find it. But yeah, so there's a massive invisible wall there. I was able to just completely mitigate by just building a bunch of speed, using that ice skater tauntaun, and then turning rapidly in order to build a metric bunch on the fight. Here I'm just being a little bit safer with my health here. But yeah, so every single point in this mission, what I'm going to try and do is just find a little bit of higher ground so that I can get a jump to downwards ground, right? Because we have this thing called velocity reduction on ground impact in this game. Don't forget that, which causes me to lose 50% of my speed if I end up jumping from same elevation to same elevation or from lower to higher ground. So jumping from higher to lower ground actually ends up causing me to be able to mitigate that speed loss as I remember where the exit is. And I missed my crouch climb. Totally okay. Okay, great. Good RNG there on those stormtroopers. Here's the difficult jump chain if I get it. Nope, I missed it. That's okay. That's okay. I got the backup. That's fine. So there's dictator hold. Don't ask about it. I will not explain it because I'm never going to go for that. Saji cannot pay me enough. But they're using, so normally when you activate Force Lightning, it actually ends up basically burning your entire Force meter. However, if I quick save and quick load, it actually preemptively stops Force Lightning, saving me a good bit of time. Cool. Okay, then once again, employing Skyrim strats by shooting these stormtroopers in the knees is going to allow me to get through a little bit faster. Okay, so up here is going to be the first boss, and you know what? Yeah, we're going to... Oh, no, I don't have grip. Okay, I can't go for swag strats. That's okay, that's okay. So we're going to instead go for ult strats here. So here, I'm going to activate the DMP. Oh, lightsaber, please. Okay, I'm going to try again, because I do want to show this off. So here, using force pull. Oh, she didn't get stunned, so I'm just going to take a normal fight. A normal fight. Okay, stop using multiplayer strats. Oh boy, her pair. Okay, nope. She's being mean. Okay, I cannot shake the multiplayer vibes, dude. Come on, stop using multiplayer saber stuff. Okay, there we go. All right, I got it. So they're using the destructive electromagnetic pulse 2 gun. Allows me to basically cause them to end up getting stuck. And so here's going to show, it's so much stuff to explain. So here's going to showcase off another vehicle sequence break, which I really hope I don't struggle too much on. Okay, that was actually a really good bike. So we're going to go for it. So here, yeah, getting off this bike. And then maybe it's a good enough bike where I don't need the roll. No, I do think I need the roll. Okay, so I'm going to roll. No, I think I have a bad bike. So we're going to just reset the mission. So here, what I'm trying to do is actually just set up this bike in order to be able to whack Jaden up the mountain itself. Because the end trigger and the start trigger for the mission are right next to each other. Another bad bike. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. So this is known as the Nickel Age, because previously, I don't like that. I'm going to restart the mission. So previously, we actually had to do a sequence of multiple bike tricks in order to be able to get up the mountain, Captain Kirk. Oh man, no, bad save. Okay. All right. Nope, didn't have Force Rage activated, so let's restart the mission. No, that's the wrong save because my hands are shaking. Okay. And so, basically what I'm trying to do is build a bunch of speed on this bike. Another bad save. Come on, you got this. Okay. And so using a very particular setup with the bike itself. Okay, that's a much better save. Nope. Using this side jump feature is going to cause the bike to just rapidly reapply its speed over and over again. Okay, no. And so if I do this correctly, which I'm not doing, we are going to be able to just actually just whack Jaden up this mountain. Then utilizing Force Rage, I am going to be able, to stop myself from going under 1 health. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. So it's really interesting. Like this trick, I remember when we were first shopping this out, I spent over 8 hours just on stream, just sitting down and trying to figure out a setup that worked for me. And so I do know these particular angles and stuff. It's just a matter of getting my hands to do that for me. No, bad speed. What are these saves? Okay, come on. Okay, so set up. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna focus for a sec. Almost. I think this bike will work. Yeah, this bike should work. Almost. 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 Come on. It's just the problem is I quick saved really late there, so like getting into the spot that I want and then riding. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right, and we're up there. Okay. Wow, that was such a struggle, but I'm not surprised based on how rusty I am. That's okay. That's okay. So just busting that out, like it is as difficult and as precise as I made it look. We are able to get on top of this mountain. And so because I was able to get on top of this mountain, the very end of the mission, yeah, it's literally just like right over here. Oh no. Okay. This should be fine. Yeah, okay. So they're just jumping into the end mission. Man, which one do I do? I actually don't remember. So I'm just gonna do whatever I want. I think this is, oh yeah, look at my mouse cursor, dude. My hands are shaking so hard. So upcoming here is going to be none other, yeah, Deep Red, okay. So this mission I usually want to do near the end, so I can have Force Protect for a little bit of safety. That's okay, that's okay. So here we're going to do a pull in the midair to just pull this Stormtrooper up so that I can crouch climb up to this lip. And so this is the easy jump. The difficult one is going to be directly after. So I'll try this for a little bit. Okay, yeah, I got up there. Almost. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. No, back, and then jump. Now I'm gonna play this super safe because I am very nervous. Very nervous. And this is like a really cool thing in speedrunning in general is that if you know that you are incredibly nervous, you actually just sort of have to adapt to how you're playing in order to be able to just try and get through the run, try and get through the missions, right? And this is like a key thing in performing as well. If you've ever seen me like perform at any of the GDQs, yeah, my hands are like shaking for the first half, if not the entire run itself. And so it's just incredibly important that you are capable of sort of adapting and like reading yourself and being true to yourself in that fashion, right? So like this is one of my favorite things about like running games as a rusty player, right? Because I do have thousands of hours in this speed game in particular, right? However, I may or may not have that like necessary confidence to be able to get through. But here really quickly, this is probably one of the hardest bosses casually, but if I just activate Force Sense, it gives me 100% accuracy, and I'm able to kill that boss before they become a problem. Why don't we go ahead and do Capture Crime Lord next? Fantastic. Yep, I got the DMP. Great. Okay, so this is going to be a really cool mission. It's probably one of the shorter missions in the run itself, which is going to be Tier 2 Rogue. So here on Tier 2 Rogue, there's a giant invisible wall, like right there. So instead of going around the entire mission in order to get through, I can just actually end up jumping around the giant invisible wall, as you saw there. Then taking out the destructive electromagnetic pulse 2 gun, I'm just going to charge up. Oh yeah, my hands are shaking, so I missed the first shot. I picked so many shots. That's okay. Usually that only takes 2 shots. It took me 4. That is totally okay. That is totally okay. Yeah, let's do Rancor next. Fantastic. No, yes. 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 Okay. So here's going to be Tier 2 Rancor. I apologize to the community. There's a really cool set of optimizations that was discovered by a runner whose screen name is Jaden Oam. Major shout outs to you, my friend. Where they found a way to like really speed up this mission by like 20 something seconds. I'm not going to show that off today because you know what? I haven't practiced it, and it's very easy to mess up and cause me to have to just restart the entire mission. So instead what I'm going to do is, instead of killing off some prisoners there, which is what you would do optimally, is I'm just going to come over here and start freeing the prisoners. And this is sort of like a really cool mission in the game normally, where you have to do a bunch of like backtracking and stuff. However, using thermal detonators, I can actually just animation clip through this wall, and that causes the Rancor, Jimmy! Okay, sit. Jimmy. Causes Jimmy the Rancor to come over there. Then using Mind Trick is actually going to cause Jimmy to ponder on what he has done and why he is in timeout zone. And so normally you have to like backtrack through, and then there's like more enemies that end up spawning every single time you backtrack through and release more prisoners. But just using these thermal detonators to animation clip, I can actually just activate all these switches through the walls itself, which is really, really awesome. It's so, so cool. Then coming through here, we are going to end up coming through into a combat section, which is going to feature off a number of enemies. Then quick saving, quick loading there is going to... sorry, I'm just focusing so I don't accidentally kill too many prisoners. It's going to allow me to go through. I actually did half of Jaden Ohm's strat, or Jaden Ohm as well as I think Hotshot also helped with like labbing this out. But I didn't do the first half. So I did this a little out of order than what I wanted. But that's okay, that's okay. But basically I'm just gonna sit here and we have to wait for the captain, so one of these four, in order to cross the end trigger of the mission. So using Force Sense, I just showed that the prisoners were despawning as I was going through. And then when I get too close, they end up stopping despawning. Yeah, okay, that's great. So we see the new objective information thing that I was able to finish out, and then make sure I click next mission. In order to get through. Yeah, let's go Protect. Protect feels good. Cool. Oh boy, all right, but here is Wedge. So Wedge is now the mission that is going to be the slowest for Tier 2. And like, back in my day, when I speedrun this game and I was being on the leaderboards and stuff, this was the actual second slowest mission. We used to like skip Rancor. But this is going to just be a very beautiful mission. And probably actually, honestly, one of my favorite movement-wise. Excuse me, burp. Okay, there's a mercy kill burp. And so there's going to be some really flashy jump chains, especially after I place this homing beacon here for Wedge. So here on this part, let's see if I get this. This is a very difficult jump chain. Almost, that was very close. So remember, I have to jump from higher to lower ground. Okay, I missed my jump cancel, but I was still able to make it over. So not the best jump, but I was still able to make it. And that's what counts, right? Because as a Rusty player, it's going to be incredibly important. I just continue to try and make consistent progress. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is going to showcase off a piece of tech, which is going to be known as a moon wheel. So here, oh boy, is this the right setup? It was! First try, let's go, dude. Oh, let's go. That is so hyped, man. Oh boy, do I even explain it at this point? Yeah, I guess so. So basically, what happened there is I ended up doing a cartwheel animation. And doing a cartwheel animation there is actually going to end up causing me to launch myself to the 0th coordinate. For whatever reason, this is... Oh yeah, I missed my elevation boost there. That's okay. Is going to launch me to the 0th coordinate. And so because we were so low on the level, that caused me to end up building a metric bunch ton of height. Just like that. And so both the positioning, where you land on the ground, and then also the angle that you are things to consider when busting out Moonwheel. And so that is really cool. And it's like one of the really cool pieces of tech that I love being able to showcase all levels, right? Because normally we wouldn't be able to show this off in an any percent run, right? Because in any percent, we normally only do 4 out of the 5 side missions. So I'm just so glad I was able to show that off. And then, yeah, getting it first try is like super hype. But yeah, that was Wedge. That's cool. It's one of my favorite levels. So here, oh geez, we're going to come to probably one of the scariest missions. Wait, I think I picked up the wrong weapons. That's okay. I know I'll back up. Which is going to be Bajoon 1. So Bajoon 1 is absolutely a run killer run. It is probably one of the most difficult runs in every single category of the speedrun. So here, oh, I almost baked a batch. Okay, sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I apologize for lying to you, Twitch chat. So basically in this level, it's going to just showcase off probably one of the most hyped jump chains, which I will go for. But, oh no, I want that med kit. Oh, please don't shoot me, Shotgun Trooper. Okay. Which is going to be Suomi Skip. And so Suomi Skip is going to showcase off me basically going over an out-of-bounds area, which I dubbed Cad Chasm. Oh, my force is really low. So here with the Stuker concussion rifle, using the alternate fire, it's going to allow me to push myself back and build a bunch of speed. So here I'm going to focus. I'm just going to let you watch. Oh no, I messed up. Okay, let's try it again. Nope, bad mode. Okay, I missed it. That's okay. I'm just going to go for a backup here. So over here is going to be some safety health, which is going to be nice. And then upcoming here, I'm actually going to showcase off very old strats, which basically coming over here, I'm going to stand in a really precise spot, and then jumping and crouch climbing at an incredibly precise time. And then coming over here for Vajun skip, we are going to do this. Fire this. I got it, and I quick load it back. No, dude. Believe in yourself. There we go. Yeah, I can still do this game. Even being super rusty. Oh, thanks, Sky. And then here, using Force Protect to mitigate 80% of fall damage, we are going to continue through. So yeah, and this is just a really great showcase, right? I didn't get the full optimal chain that I was looking for. And because of that, right, I need to be able to adapt. I need to be able to continue with the speedrun. Because the only way that a speedrun actually ends up finishing is if you finish it yourself, right? And so trying that trick over and over again would have just caused me to lose more time, right? Especially in my rusty state. But here's some lightsaber strats. Using quick draw and vertical red is going to allow me to be able to move through, and then giving Kyle just a little bit of a push. But here, this is going to be one of the most influential skips within the speedrun itself, known as Bill Doctorn's skip. So if everybody in Twitch chat could just type, thank you, Bildo. So Tybildo. Thank you so much, Bildo. Very influential skip. Great. Okay. Then upcoming here, I'm going to shoot the Stuker downwards, which actually ends up saving us about 2 seconds overall. Then doing a strafe jump here is going to allow me to get through there, skipping a laser cycle, saving a little bit of additional time. Then upcoming here, oh, I just barely missed that jump. That's okay. We're going to ride this elevator up. And it may look spooky because I'm on 20 health, but that's okay. We're totally fine. I have never died in the next 2 missions and completely lost to personal best pace. And yeah, you know what? Because I'm feeling really silly, I'm going to go for an incredibly difficult crouch climb. Nice, first try. I'll take that. Which saves just a little bit of time. Not the way I did it. I did a little bit slow, so it didn't actually end up saving time. That's okay. No problem. I at least looked cool doing it. And that's the other really important thing when you're speedrunning, is just looking super cool. But here, nice sequence break there, getting that jump. Very, very nice. And then up here, jumping at a precise spot and then missing the jump anyway. Getting a little bit of lag there, so I'm missing that jump. That's okay. And for all of you Jedi Knight speedrunners, always just force push this guy. They will never go into the elevator if you just force push that one deuterino. Shoutouts to you, Absu. I love you, man. Then upcoming here. Yeah, okay. And yeah, I forgot the DEMP here. So safety strats, just gonna grab it right there. Okay, so here's gonna be robot room. Oh, geez, do I remember? I think it's this. Yeah, it is. Well, I actually remembered it. I'm actually kind of proud of myself for that. So they're using the alternate fire for the destructive electromagnetic pulse 2 gun. It's going to actually allow me to destroy those robots as they spawn. And then immediately after they end up spawning, that actually ends up causing me to be able to kill them instantaneously. There's an enemy, but just using lightsaber strats, easy peasy. But funny story, that is actually the second hardest fight in the entire speed game. But I just made it look incredibly easy. Normally, in casual playthrough, this is actually the most difficult fight. That is for sense, Muffin. That is not for speed. Okay, all right. But if we just enter that cutscene there, as you saw me do, that allows me to actually end up... yeah, let's just get this over with. Allows me to kill Rosh and then not have to worry about the fight itself. Okay. All right, so here's going to be Rift. I'm going to do my best to do this level of justice. but I most likely will not. Please don't shoot me. Thank you so much. Wow, these enemies are being incredibly nice. No, don't fall. All right, we're fine. Okay, so here is a trick known as Leap of Faith. I'm going to focus. Okay. First try. Let's go, dude.
Yo.
Let's go. And I got the elevation boost. Hell yeah. So this is actually one of the coolest levels casually, but I just ended up skipping 95% of the amazing aspects of that mission. But that was amazing. That jump sequence in particular has been one that has like evolved over the years in particular. Okay. Whew. All right. Oh no, I have to do stamp this run. Why did I decide to do all levels? Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry, Zenny, in the future. But here, first, before we get to Stamp, I'm going to be doing Tier 3 Hevel, which is honestly probably one of my favorite levels to optimize in general with the force management. Because as you'll see in the bottom right-hand corner is going to be my force meter. And yeah, let's go for it. Oh, yes, first try. Okay, that's great. And then, yeah, heck yeah, okay. I went for a very difficult variation of that jump sequence. That jump is very difficult in general as I go through Lightning Spire. Don't mind me. Excuse me. Hello, excuse me. I don't know why I made it so much more difficult for me, but I just go for stuff like that. And, oh, excuse me, sir. Hevel. So basically, normally you're supposed to go through these pathways, do a couple puzzles and stuff like that. But because I'm a speedrunner, then I just end up skipping all of that. Oh, jeez. No, I'm going to do Biss first, man. Okay. All right. So Biss is probably one of the most relaxing levels in the speedrun, but honestly, probably one of the hardest levels to optimize IMO. Especially for EV only, which is what I'm currently running. Okay, cool. I got that one. So shoot, pick out the saber. I'm just going to force lightning him. Screw it. And then here, activate the switch. We're going to jump up and crouch and push these folks so they have a little bit of a cuddle puddle. And then go through here. And then here, I'm going to wiggle my camera so they just miss me every single time, guaranteed. Activate Force Protect to mitigate 80% of damage if they end up shooting me. Yeah, just like that. And then we're going to continue through. Oh, poor swag, Jaden. You are not as swag as Kyle, my friend. Then here, using Mind Trick, which missed? I was going to stop that rocket trooper from actually potentially harming me. Then here I'm going to end up shooting that shotgun trooper, yep, and riding this elevator up. Okay. So going through this portion of the mission, I'm trying to catch a very specific cycle of TIE fighters. So there I just know to jump right there. I'm going to shoot that rocket trooper with a rocket launcher, not because I need to, but just because I'm feeling a little bit sassy. But yeah, here we go. We are going to try and take out these TIE fighters. Oh no, I missed Long John Silver. Okay, but I got Tricky Dick. Okay, so here's Long John Silver, taking his sweet time. There we go. Okay, yeah, so one nice thing about all levels is that we do all the side missions, right? So because of that, I'm actually getting additional force points. Oh, no. Okay. Sorry. Oh, yep, there's the rocket trooper. Hello, excuse me. Thank you. All right, and then Force Lightning. I think I forgot to... I forgot to kill this one stormtrooper. They're all dead? No, that officer survived! Get him, Kyle! Yeah, teamwork. And so now that we killed the last enemy, the mission's gonna end. Cool, okay. All right, let's just get Stamp over with, man. All right, here's Stamp. This is probably one of the longest missions in the run itself, and also one of the scariest. I'm just gonna take a second, think about this. Yeah, okay. As to what weapons I want. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty good RNG, honestly. So here, I'm going to jump up here, fire at that canister, fire at that canister, fire at that guy. Okay, now I'm going to kill this. Oh, no, that's bad. Oh, no. Okay, so there's Jimmy. Jimmy has gone an upgrade. Now, okay, Jimmy, you go eat that guy, all right? And then I'm just going to kill troopers as I can. So basically, as long as this Rancor can see me, he is going to just consistently work through this mission. Oh, he activated Rage. That's actually very bad for us. All right, come here, Jimmy. Oh, please die. Nope. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Oh. Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy's having a little bit of a snack there. That's good for us. And then I am going to just go ahead and kill that enemy there. No, stop it. All right. All right, we're able. Okay, good. That's good. That's good. That we hear that pounding here. Then here, standing in the specific spot is going to cause him to jump up. And then I'm just, no, he activated rage. Don't do that. Don't get mad at me. I'm trying to go fast. All right, now I'm going to take this out. And then, oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm, oh, no, excuse me. Sir. Please die. Thank you. Okay, and I'm going to, no, don't rip me. I know this run is incredibly straight. All right, he's mad, so I'm just going to let him be mad as I focus and shoot. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, we got him, but Jimmy's coming, and Jimmy's hungry. That one snack wasn't enough, so I'm going to shoot him. All right, okay, he's slamming on the walls. That's good. So we're going to break that canister there because Jimmy likes brightly colored things. Oh, Jimmy's getting a little shy here. No, Jimmy's not shy. I heard that break. Wait. Okay, there he is. Run away. All right. So we're trying to escape snack time. Oh, no. Hit the switch. Okay, here comes Jimmy. All right. I need at least 50 force here in order to jump up and over. Okay, I made it. I'm going to shoot that guy. Hopefully he died. Please tell me you're dead. Oh, Jimmy's right behind us. Oh, Jimmy. Okay, hang on. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. This is good. All right, taking out the saber so I don't die. Jimmy. Yes, Jimmy. Oh, so nice. Okay, that was amazing. Oh, boy. Okay, I got through that. I don't know how long that took me, but I imagine it was an eternity longer than it took Zenny. So major shout outs to Zenny, who was like, nobody really cared about Stamp at all. And Zenny just like labbed out that mission entirely. So there were so many strats that I did there that Zenny ended up finding himself. Like literally, I'm not kidding you. Most levels have been optimized by multiple people, but that one level, tier 3 Stamp, that was all Zenny, man. Nobody else ended up like labbing out anything in that mission, right? I just cannot stress enough. So thank you so much, Zenny, which is spelled Xeni, if you're wondering in chat. Yeah, just absolutely amazing labor of love from them. Okay, anyways, so here we're on bounty, so we have our good old friend. Oh, I got a quick line. No. Oh, sweat. Sweat recovery. Okay. Oh, boy. So when I jump off a wall, just like I did there, I lose all control of Jaden. So I would have fell down into that pit, losing me time. But instead, I just did another bit of force lag in order to get through. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, Saji would be proud of me. Okay. All right, so there, I just got an incredibly difficult continuation there. So basically, we have 3 bombs on each side of the map, so we do these in a very particular order, especially because we're doing EB. Oh no, swag! All right. Well, Jaden's just trying to be a swag master, just like Kyle. And there we go. Okay, so we only have 1 more bomb left, and then we're going to actually end up fighting Boba Fett. Oops. Okay, I meant to fall down there. That's okay. So here, just continuously jumping from higher to lower ground once again. And then firing the Suker directly behind me in order to build more speed. So here, I'm actually going to watch my force and just make sure that I am on 100 force if I can help it. So if I am... Okay, he has the E11 out. That's actually really good for us. Ooh. I'm just going to play this safe. You know what? It's Mercy Kill. Oh, okay. I use Force Sense as well as Force Speed in order to see him better. All right, so we're heading into the last final 4 missions of the speedrun. And just a question for Sky. How much time do I have left before I get Mercy killed?
I want to say just under 9 minutes. Yes.
All right, I am feeling pretty good then. I think I can do this. I think. Okay. Honestly, it's probably because I was able to do stamps so well. But here, major shout outs to the greatest Spider-Man of all time, T-Mac G. Love you, man. So here, this is going to be known as the T-Mac G, which is basically going to allow me to skip the longest level in the entire game casually, just by simply channeling the skills of Spider-Man and jumping up this vertical level. Then, there's no bridge here, right? Well, if you would say this, then you are wrong. Oh, yeah, okay, maybe you're correct. Oh, there we go. Second try. But yeah, funny thing is that once again, the textures and the collisions are actually programmed differently within. What is going on? That was weird. Oh, that was very bizarre. I just like lost all of my speed horizontal. I have no idea what happened. I must have like dropped an input or something. But yeah, so Casper 1 is probably one of the coolest levels and one of the longest. Here, this is actually one of the longest missions also, but just simply doing a crouch there allows me to skip like about a minute in the mission, I want to say. Maybe a little bit less than a minute. I think a minute is pretty generous there. But yeah, upcoming here, I'm going to try and aggro this person in a very particular fashion. Oh, that's really scary now. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. I got the AI minute. So they're basically jumping at a very specific time and angle, as well as getting through there very fast. Ended up manipulating the AI. I'm not going to go in too much detail because it gets very, very complicated. But that was an AI minute that I ended up discovering. But here we are going to go for a cycle skip here. Oh, beautiful jump there. That is a much, much harder jump than I made it look. Yes, use Force Lightning on me. Okay. Then here we are going to nail that cycle skip. Very nice. And we are going to come into the hardest fight in the entire speedrun. I should have spec'd into grip. What was I thinking, man? Oh well, that's okay. That's okay. I'm still going to do the very difficult fight anyway. So here, we're going to enter this cutscene and then put away our lightsaber, signaling light side. So here... Did I just do that? That was incredible. That is incredibly precise. Okay, I'm sorry. I have like between a 0.2 and 0.3 second timing window for that particular AI manip in order to be able to land force speed. I cannot believe I hit that. Man, this is like... That is incredible. That is truly incredible. So yeah, we're gonna go for Vrindor. Screw it. So here is going to be one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult trick. Oh, thank you for the force. In the entire run, which is going to be known as Vrindor. It is so difficult, in fact, that I am actually going to set up a hard save here. Okay, so here, I'm going to throw my lightsaber down. Okay. I actually don't remember my setup here, so I'm going to go for my old setup. Okay. I'm so sorry. I wish I could explain what's going on. Basically, the lightsaber is underneath, and I'm trying to... Okay, I don't like this, so I'm going to go load the hard save. So here, throwing my lightsaber down... Oh, no. I was slow. Okay, I was slow. Oh, no. Okay, save. Okay, and get the hilt to run into some pillars. I haven't even broken one yet. I will try this for another minute-ish. But basically, turning around is going to cause the lightsaber to be flung forward. Nah, I'm not getting it. Okay, that's okay, that's okay. I'm just gonna go for old strats then. That's fine, that's fine. Man, I wish I could show off Vrindor. Oh, wait, what? I want this save. Here we go, okay. So instead what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually show you what I would have done if I had not done Vrindor. So here, standing at a very particular spot, throwing my lightsaber and deactivating it is gonna cause the hilt to bounce. And this is going to break some chains. Oh, I can't even do this. Oh, please. Okay, I think my setup's off. Hang on, I'm just gonna slow down here for a sec. This guy's corpse is like throwing me off. Okay. Oh, that's so close. Okay, a little bit to the right. Oh, I got it. Oh, no, I got it. Okay, just believe in yourself, Muffin. Man, my hands are still shaking. All right, come on. Okay, I think that should work. Yeah, got one. Lightsaber, come here. Okay. So we have one more chain. Okay. All right, and we got that one. Okay, so here are these pillars, and we have to break them. So basically, Vrindor was taking my lightsaber down here, getting it to coast along this, and then deactivating right before this pillar in order to break these both, right? And so instead, I can just end up clipping my lightsaber through the mesh floor and then breaking the chains in order to break the floor from the reverse side. And there we go. Pillar is broken, door is open. Oh, yeah. And reverse door crouch heave. Okay, this level is very, very short, so time is going to be coming up pretty soon, honestly, in maybe about 20 seconds or so. So I do incredibly difficult jump chain. Nice. Beautiful, dude. Oh, a little bit more swag because Jaden trying to be as cool as Kyle. Okay. All right. So here's going to be the final two fights. I will call time. Here's going to be the first one. All right, get ready on time. Time.
Just under 53. GG, Muffin.
Oh, I did it. Thank goodness. Oh, wow. No.
Wow. I'm so proud of you, Muffin. What an awesome run.
Thanks, Sky. Yeah, we made it through. Oh, man. My hands are still shaking for like 2 hours. Oh, boy. We got it. But I did not lose it on the final fight this time. That feels nice. That feels great.
Well, Muffin, before we go to our next show, do you have time for some shout-outs here? Is there anyone you'd like to shout out or shouting out your stream or your GDQ run as well?
Yeah, so much. So as of late, I haven't been streaming. I've just been so incredibly busy. So if you would like to follow me on twitch.tv/covertmuffin, covert_muffin, excuse me. Don't spell out underscore, it's just literally the symbol. But that being said, there's just too many people to shout out. I did some of the shout outs, but I think probably the biggest shout out that I can give is towards the Jedi Knight speedrunning communities. Every single game in the Jedi Knight Dark Forces anthology is an incredibly and really fascinating speedrun. And just the communities have worked so incredibly hard to optimize them and discover them, right? So as I may have not done them justice tonight with my shaky and rusty hands, there are so many incredible speedrunners who have done it justice in previous events and stuff. But that being said, if you are interested in speedrunning this game, go to speedrun.com/JKA, and there is an amazing beginner's tutorial. Probably, in all honesty, my favorite beginner's tutorial that I've ever seen before. And before every single GDQ performance, I actually go back and rewatch beginner's tutorial by Sajiki. It's very beginner friendly. We try and get you into the speedrun as soon as possible without having to do a lot of the incredibly difficult and scary things that you saw me do here tonight. But besides that, some community shoutouts for Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, Smash, Z-Tor, 2 pillars in the community. Major thanks to Vrindar to get me into Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, as well as Prasco. And Jedi Knight Academy, major shoutouts to Sajiki. Without Sajiki, I may have never gotten to speedrunning. So all those GDQ performances, every single speed game that I've ever done, it's in large part to him. So major shout outs to you, my friend. But besides that, Lay and Meowington, 2 pillars in the Jedi Knight Academy speedrunning community, as well as everybody else. Recently, we did a relay race as a fun community event for an online marathon known as Hackathon. And we featured off 12 amazing speedrunners within our community, which is the most we've ever had. And I was on comms for that, which was very, very fun. But yeah, beyond that, major thanks to you, Sky. I say this every single time, but this is one of my favorite hotfix shows to perform for because it is nerve-wracking, it is fun, it is exciting for me especially. And shout out to you, Richard, on tech. And yeah, good luck to whoever is coming up after me.
Absolutely. So again, for especially folks on YouTube who cannot see the chat right now, that is twitch.tv/covert_. Don't spell it out. It's just an actual underscore. Muffin. I had to be sure to say that, that way people don't try to put that in and be like, what's going on here, But yes, thank you so much. Again, this was our 3rd year running of the Star Wars Mercy Kill tradition. So thank you so much for being here for that, Muffin.
Thank you so much for having me. This was awesome.
And this is not the end of our GDQ hotfix content tonight, y'all. So please be sure to stay tuned for Passion Project coming up with some Mega Man representation as we start Mega May. And tune in tomorrow for the first step, followed by Think Fast, all starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. And without further ado, here comes Passion Project. Take it away, Amber.